Okay, hello and welcome. Today we're coming to you from a completely different setting. Rahul was having trouble getting inside the office last I heard. You're in, your fever is okay?
My fever is absolutely fine. I did have a few hiccups to enter the office, but I heard that you've been banished from
Yeah,
entering
yeah,
the
yeah.
office for a few days.
That's the correct word.
Uh-huh.
Banished, banned, banished. You could pick any word that you like.
See,
After,
the
I
point
think,
is that
hmm,
Nikhil's health wasn't too good, and still he was coming to office every day. Was working late night till I think 11 o'clock in the evening. He was here, so he's been advised that you work from home.
not advised, ordered.
Is it?
Ordered is the right word.
So that
And
means
also,
banished is the right word then.
absolutely. Oh, it's the correct word. I think I suspect maybe some of our viewers, because we were joking about our health and me sneezing and corona. I think maybe some of our viewers put up a complaint saying, how are these sick people allowed in these corona times?
Not sick
So
people. There was
person.
just one person.
No, but
Yes.
you had fever today, na?
No, yeah, please. Somebody must be. You never know who's hearing what. I didn't have. So basically, we came to office and it's bright and sunny. In fact, it's very
Yeah,
warm also out here. So we were driving. As you know, I get a luxury cab. You already know. I get
extremely
to
lucky.
travel to and from office to and in a BMW 5 Series. So it was very warm inside. So the moment I stepped inside the hotel, rather office, not hotel, not hotel. It's as good as a hotel. This office. So suddenly my temperature shot up a few points, but that's okay now. It came down
Yeah.
immediately a few seconds later.
I hope you didn't see some big boss or someone. Usually when you see a person of high authority, sometimes the temperature shoots up, but
No,
uh,
no, 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 no.
nothing like that.
That's absolutely fine.
Okay.
But your voice is not as good as it was yesterday, to be very honest.
I think it's getting worse, but also because my nose is blocked now. But to let
Hmm.
our viewers know, I have tested negative for COVID 2 days ago when I did
But to
the.
let our viewers know, there is an incubation period also.
I'll do a test again. Yeah, not a problem. I'll do a test
You will have to do a test because you
when
will
I
be
have to come
allowed
now.
to enter the office
No
only
problem.
and only when you have a negative report.
No
But don't
problem.
worry, everything is going to be fine. As I said, that the entire country is praying for two people. One, of course, they are praying that Virat Kohli gets well with that back problem, and the other person is Nikhil Nas.
What
So
about
do
Mohammad
pray for
Siraj?
him.
You forgot about
Mohammad
Mohammad Siraj.
Siraj would be fine. Ashwin said in the press conference, I thought, in fact,
They're
what
assessing
he
him.
said in the press that, sorry,
They're assessing him. They said they're assessing him.
that you had already, I think you had said,
I had said,
but
and
he
that's
said,
exactly what he said.
see,
See, we were so used to
you
it.
have a direct line with Nitin
People,
Patel.
people are saying you have a direct line. You are telling in
I have.
advance that people. Acha, many question. A lot of people are asking me which state. What is this backdrop? Where am I sitting? So Anish has given the answer, guys, on the chat. For those of you asking, what is this stadium behind me? Anish says, "Sir, are you sitting in Ahmedabad Cricket Stadium?" That's correct. The biggest cricket stadium in the world. I'm there right now, Narendra Modi Cricket Stadium. So that's where I am. That's
You've been to Ahmedabad.
I have been to Ahmedabad.
This
Yes, not this stadium. No, not this stadium.
okay. No, that.
The old one, yes, Motera.
Hmm.
So
So
that's where I am.
what's the
And
status of the match,
so
Nikhil?
that's what again.
I'm sure a lot of questions would be there.
Yeah. Tribhuvanji, thank you so much for your kind comments.
See,
Thanks for joining us for so long, and great that you watch us. A few other people have said that they're loving this. Utkarsh, thank you also for your very kind comments. I'm not going to read praises on air. It seems very vain, but thank you for your
these are
comments.
not praises. These are wishes that have been,
Wishes.
wishes, and they're pouring in for Nikhil
No,
and
not
for
for
his
the
good
show.
health.
Not for
Oh, for
me.
the show.
For the show as such. So, okay, very good question by Anubhav. Do you want to touch upon that before we get into where India stand? Anubhav says, should BCCI work with South African Cricket Board in order to develop the facilities South African cricket in order to make the budding cricketers realize their potential? Anubhav ji, sorry about that. I don't think facilities is a problem in South Africa cricket. The infrastructure is outstanding. I've traveled to most of their cricket venues. Outstanding infrastructure. Even in first class cricket, the infrastructure is amazing. The only thing there is that opportunity is maybe a little low because we have such a successful league like the IPL here, which they don't. So only if you're playing professional cricket, you're playing, and I don't know what level the first class cricket is. That has started deteriorating mainly because not a lot of people coming. So facilities is not a problem. Popularity of the sport is a problem, and that is something that Cricket South Africa needs to work on, because at the end of the day you're competing with various other sports in a country. In a country like South Africa, very sporting nation, they come up with great athletes, great rugby players. They are
True.
very big on football. It's a very popular sport there. I covered the 2010 FIFA World Cup there. I saw the craze that people have for football. So those are sports which are beating cricket at the moment, and unless you can popularize cricket, more talent will not come. So that is the issue. I don't think infrastructure is a issue. Sandeepan has a question. You could answer that before we get into the game, Rahul. He wants to know, Rohit Sharma, when he comes back into the test side, what happens to Mayank Agarwal's position?
Interesting. In fact, if you remember the first test match when Cheteshwar Pujara failed, because you just cannot ignore somebody like Mayank Agarwal at the moment, because he's been scoring runs not just in test cricket, he's been scoring in other formats also. So my guess would be, if you are giving this entire series to Cheteshwar Pujara, maybe, which looks unlikely, unless he scores some runs in that second innings, I think Mayank Agarwal comes into bat at number 3, and Rohit and KL Rahul will open the innings.
Ooh, so you've already pushed Pujara out, huh?
See, I have not pushed him out. It's somebody who's in form, who's been scoring runs, who's been making a difference in that 11. That's Mayank Agarwal. He might push Pujara out.
Hmm. Okay. Will they be okay to bat him at number 3, or there'd be other contenders like I don't know, Bihari gets runs. Let's say he puts his hand up, saying
Yes,
consider me, or even
why
Shreyas
not?
at the moment just to get a spot in the team might say I'll bat at any position. Yeah, just give me a chance to play.
No, that's fine, but he's somebody. Mayank Agarwal is somebody who's already proven his credentials at the top. And in case you have your openers, or one of the two openers doesn't do well, gets out cheaply, you have somebody like Mayank Agarwal who knows how to play that new ball. He also had some technical deficiencies. Uh, uh, he maybe corrected them, got back into the team, and is making the most out of the opportunity that he's got. You know, what can you do, Nikhil? In your control, you can just score runs. Rest is all up to the team management or the selectors. But at least you need to have those scores under your belt, so that tomorrow, if he's not picked,
Hmm.
there'll be people, there'll be fans, there'll be experts, there'll be cricket commentators who can actually who can say that this person deserved to be there in that team, but has not been picked or has been left out. As for Chiteshwar Pujara, you've already named so many people who can actually make the cut to replace
One more player
Chiteshwar
I'll
Pujara.
name. Just add. What about Shubman Gill
Shubman Gill,
also? Yeah,
yes, but what has happened to him? What has happened to him?
injury
uh,
I think,
you
isn't
know
it?
I but at this age, he's 21, 22, and these injuries have been reoccurring again and again and again. It's pretty. But then again, I as soon as I start saying all these things about the injuries, then I that interview of Ravi Chandran Ashwin comes back. I'm reminded of that interview
Yeah.
when he says that in our country,
Mm.
people don't understand. They take the knowledge about injuries as pathetic, as far as
True.
people are concerned.
True. That
But
actually
still,
reminds me of something that Sunil Chetri said some time back. He also spoke about how much mental strength is also needed to come out of injury. It's not easy, and that is an area nobody focuses on during the time. And I think Ashwin highlighted that in his interview also, that during the time that you're injured, you go through a mentally tough time. I wonder if there is some sort of an expert there also to guide players in that time
True.
when they're out. So I'm just thinking of Shubman Gill. Had a great time in Australia. After that, has been injured, now out of the team. And when we're discussing players who should come, who should go out, he's tending to fall really out of that conversation. We brought him in,
Exactly.
he's really further behind. And these are the
And
time maybe someone needs to speak to players and
yes, and
inform them.
not too long ago, Nikhil, he was your first choice opener alongside
Yeah.
Rohit Sharma. World
Mm.
Test Championship, he was your opener. He opened in that World Test Championship final. So, and imagine somebody who was not there in that 11 is now today is leading your Test side and is going to lead your ODI side also. I'm talking about KL Rahul. And
Yes.
this is where, when you talk about injuries, this is where I really think that Virat Kohli has made the difference. He
Mm.
even he's groomed. I won't say groomed if that is the right word or not, but he has uh, instilled these fitness high fitness values amongst the players and bowlers. To be very honest, bowlers have responded. I think one of the reasons why the bowlers have done exceedingly well is because of their high fitness levels.
Yeah.
Imagine somebody like Mohammad Shami. Where was he a couple of years ago and where he is today? That is
Mm.
also, it has a lot to do with your fitness. Um,
Yeah.
Virat Kohli, we were yesterday discussing. The last time we heard that Virat has missed a test match because of an injury was way back in 2017
Dharamshala.
in Dharamshala.
Mm.
So,
Yeah. So, yeah, that's interesting. I'm just going to take a few comments. Varun Chaturvedi wants to know what is the thing you're wearing? Is it a jersey or something? Yes, sir. It is a jersey. This is the Formula One McLaren Mercedes jersey. It was there, when the team used to wear this. So I was a big Formula One fan, and I used to be a McLaren fan. So it's that.
hmm,
Someone, it's a very interesting comment. Ayan Sharma, he says, Nikhil ji, my namesake, thank you for your kind words. Ayan Sharma's comment I'm taking. He says Virat has no back spasm, but has been stabbed in the back
in
by
the
the
back.
BCCI. So Ayanji, as interesting as your comment sounds, that's why I've taken it. However, I don't think that you know that's the reason he's not playing. I'm sure he's not playing because there is back spasm, and we discussed this in depth, in detail yesterday. So go and see our videos yesterday. We discussed how I think you have to take this on face value. Seems like he will have a back spasm and some injury related issue. That's why he wouldn't have come out to play. But as far as the BCCI thing is concerned, there you may have a point. There is a internal fight going on. Kaun sacha, kaun jhoota, you could call that. So that will continue, I think. It's not going to die down very soon. That will continue. That's an issue for them to sort out. I mean, how I see is, I don't know what your views are, Rahul. How I see is, as long as it doesn't affect the results on the field, whatever happens outside, let them fight or argue or whatever. As long as the Indian team does well, I mean, that's what we as fans or stakeholders, whether as journalists or commentators or presenters, I think that's all we can hope for. The cricket is good. Rest of the things will take care of themselves.
Exactly. We get into a lot of conspiracies because yesterday also a lot of conspiracy theories were floating around. And
Yeah.
if Virat is all that commitment that he has often mentioned, or everybody associated to him, his fans, we know that uh, how much committed he is to the game. I don't think Virat has missed this game for any other reason but that injury, that those back spasms that he has developed.
Hmm. Chalo, let's talk about the game now. It's going to be an exciting day, day two. Luckily, let me just give you a quick update that it was raining the entire night in Johannesburg. It was raining till 7 a.m. in the morning. But see, this is what I was talking about. The weather that you get in the high veld and the kind of facilities they have. That once the sun comes out, it's a bright, bright sun, very hot. That's what is happening right now. It's summers, remember, in the southern hemisphere. So it's summers in Joburg. That hot sun is beating down. The ground is completely dried down. The super soppers, drainage facility has come into play, and so there is going to be no delay in the start of the game. So that's the first bit of good news, despite the fact, as I said, it rained the entire night till 7 a.m. in the morning. Still they're having a 10 a.m. start. That's incredible, but we've come to expect that from Johannesburg. It's happened in the past as well. So now it promises to be a very exciting day of cricket. You know Opinions are divided, Rahul, that where does this match stand. Many say that it was South Africa's day one, India squandered an opportunity, 202 is not quite a good total, and that you'll have to say South Africa ahead. I was of the opinion that I think it's still even Stevens, because the pitch is not easy to bat on, and I think the Indian bowlers have it in them to also restrict South Africa in and around that 202 mark. Maybe 20, 30 runs more or less or whatever, but around that. Wouldn't let South Africa get away to a large lead. By large, I meant definitely not over 100. If that was to happen, I think that would be like an incredible batting performance by South Africa. But below that, I think bowlers would manage. How do you
Hmm.
see things now?
I think a 50-60 run lead would be quite handy as far as South Africans are concerned.
Mm,
Since, as you said, that it was raining the entire night, in fact, till morning at still
yeah,
6:30 a.m. it was raining. They have a very good drainage system. You've been to that venue, I'm
yeah,
sure, more than once. So there should be something on offer as far as fast bowlers are concerned, but that would last maybe not for more than an hour. So whatever Indian bowlers have to do, they have to make use of that wicket in the first session itself. Otherwise, things can change pretty quickly, because wicket would be hard, as you're saying that it's bright and sunny, and it would be very hot out there. So that's going to be a test for the Indian players. But if they get a wicket or two initially in the first hour or so, I think
mm,
that is what India would want. But for the South Africans, they would want to play out that first session and see how much lead that they can do. If you remember, first test match, uh, on day one, India were 272 for 3. Next day, they came out to bat. They were shot out for 327. In fact, they were shot out for they added only 55 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. I remember we were discussing if Virat Kohli would have been asked at the toss that
yeah.
we are giving you 327 runs. Would you take that? And your answer was
Yes, he would have.
yes. Now I am asking you, at the toss, if KL Rahul would have been offered 202 runs, would he take that? At,
No, no,
there
no, he
goes.
would have.
There lies
Yeah,
your answer.
yeah, but
Who's
see
ahead?
the difference is, that at the toss, I mean, no team would want anything below 250 or sometime even 300. That's a psychological thing. That's why he would have said no. But now, once he's batted there, once his team is batted there, I don't think he feels he's too far behind the game. As a captain, I don't think he feels, oh, we're out of this game. He feels that he has a bowling attack. I'm just trying to read KL Rahul's mind. How must he be thinking? He must also feel I have a good bowling attack. I think if we bowl well, I don't think we can let them get away too much. So I don't think we're at a very disadvantageous position at the moment, could be his thought process. But clearly, yeah, I mean, to answer your question, he wouldn't have been happy with that sort of a total. The
Yeah.
crucial bit now comes is all the hope that I'm saying that this Indian bowling attack and 202 is okay. All of that changes if Siraj is not fit. One, he's a crucial bowler. Secondly, I mean, to rotate your fast bowlers, one of them goes out, then it's a tough scenario. What do you think?
And and even if he's available, we'll have to see if he can bowl full throttle. That's even if he's available.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Um,
he may not bowl if they think he's not completely 100%. I don't think they'll take the risk of having him to bowl. I think that'd be too risky. Just to get few overs
See
out of them.
those
Uh,
teary eyes while
yeah,
talking about Siraj
discussing Mohammad Siraj.
not being able to bowl.
I'm still saying I can see some visuals because I've got the screen on and I'm trying to see if I can see Siraj, but I couldn't. It was like really rushed up. We have a super chat, a question here from
All
Ashish
right.
Chandrasekharan. He says a word on Ashwin's contribution. He has been a savior when it comes to batting during crunch situation. Absolutely, Ashish. I couldn't disagree with you. What I loved about his batting yesterday. One comment that I really picked out when he was talking about his innings yesterday. He said that recently I started trying to look good as a batsman. And when I started looking good as a batsman, I was losing out on some scoring abilities in my batting. So that one
Mm,
change we saw in this innings. So one conscious effort he's made is he said, forget if I'm looking good or not. I should be in flow. And he's concentrated on being in flow and getting runs. So he said that I had become slightly obsessed about looking good as a batsman, and because I was doing that, that run flow just got hindered a little bit. Now I think he's concentrated on saying like,
mm,
okay, let me be in the flow. If I'm in the flow, let me get runs, and that's exactly how he batted. So he's not just saying it;
exactly.
he's walking the talk.
And he's an intelligent cricketer.
Yeah,
He perhaps knew that survival was not the best thing to do on this particular wicket, and you need to go for your shots, and that is exactly what he did. Of
yeah.
course, South African bowlers also held his course, but not taking anything away from Ashwin, because he went for his runs and he got those runs. 46, 202 could have been 160 all out for India had it not been for those 46 runs from Ashwin.
Yeah, absolutely. Johnny Khurana is a very interesting bit, and he takes us back to that back spasm issue that we were talking about. Virat Kohli. He says Virat had the back spasm issue. Now he is
When he
30
missed the
plus.
counties.
Yeah, and he will have this issue more often now, and that's a very valid point that Johnny is making, because as you age and now he's
True.
heading towards mid 30s, and this the frequency will keep increasing. Even though we know Virat is top notch when it comes to looking after his fitness, one of the fittest cricketers in the world. He concentrates a lot on that, but yet if that problem has come, it's very difficult to put it away completely 100%. So it is going to keep
True.
coming back. The frequency will increase with age, and that's the unfortunate bit. I have seen a couple of players very closely at the time that I used to travel. VVS Lakshman, Rahul Dravid, both of them had that.
Tendulkar.
VVS especially had a lot of it, and I remember speaking to him a few times during matches where he would sleep on the floor, not sleep on his bed, just sleep
Hmm.
on the uh, floor of his hotel room. That's the only way he could get up and be able to walk, let alone bat for the next day when he was overnight not out. So yeah, the back issues are a bit of a problematic thing since you go along. The good thing here is that usually these major issues happen with taller cricketers who have to bend a lot. In VVS's case, he was slightly taller, and
Right.
Virat is of an average height, not short, not tall either. So
I think he's
slightly
five
less.
nine, 5'10".
Yeah, must be. Yeah, yeah, maybe
He's
around
taller
that. I
than.
think
You
5'9".
must have clicked a picture with him. You can
No,
just
I
take
have
a
never.
look.
I have never.
Oh my god.
I have met
That's a
him many times.
statement.
I have
No, I have never.
never, never, never. I don't have a picture with him. I met him a few times, interviewed him a few times, but never have a picture. What about you? You've got one with him,
Yeah, I interviewed him once. I
and
thought
then you took
he
a
was
picture.
more than happy to get a picture with me. But
He
you're
was
right.
more than
In
happy
fact,
to get a picture with you, of course.
no, but the way when I asked you, you must have a picture. I'm sure if you've interviewed him, you've met him on so many tours, you've traveled during those days so much, even here covering domestic or when he was playing age group. So I thought you must
No,
have
no,
taken a
but
picture.
I like.
You said no, I have never.
No, but
So I thought,
I love what you said. You said he was very happy to get a picture click with me. He was very happy about the fact that he was getting a
I
picture click with you.
yeah,
That
just like he had a fan around. I remember once you refused to take a picture with him. I was told.
who me? No,
Yes, that
no,
was
I didn't
during the
refuse. No, no, no,
ICC
no, no,
Champions
no,
Trophy.
no. I didn't refuse. I didn't refuse. I
No, no,
tell
I
you,
am just joking.
we were a few friends. There was nothing. We were a few friends, and he was going by, and a friend of mine said he wanted to get a picture with Virat, and he asked Virat, and Virat stopped. And he asked me if I can click that picture for him, and I clicked it. I said hello to Virat, but I didn't at the time,
No, no,
click the
I get
picture.
you. No, no, that's fine. I'm just
Yeah.
mentioning. Nikhil,
Yeah. Who am I
people
to
come and
refuse? Yeah, I mean,
people are privileged to get a picture clicked with Nikhil. Nikhil is
Arey,
that.
what are you
Anyways,
saying?
you were talking about the back spasms, back problems. Sachin
Ha, ha.
Tendulkar, he perhaps for the longest time he had to play with that pain. In fact, he had
Yes.
to reduce the
And
weight.
sorry, Sanskar Saxena is saying Virat is lucky to have got a photo with Rahul Rawatji. Now go ahead.
अरे नहीं यार, नहीं नहीं नहीं, ऐसा मत
Chalo.
बोलो यार. He's a great man. He's a great cricketer.
Yeah.
We are nothing. But Sachin Tendulkar, he had to reduce the weight of his bat, and I think from here on, Nikhil, I think Virat will also have to manage his cricket. He cannot play. He cannot be on the road throughout the year
Arey, that's
playing
why
every
that's why
form.
he left the T20 captaincy. Now he mentioned it that listen, I want to manage my
Yes.
workload. I want to leave. And now what have they done that he sacrificed because of his workload T20 captaincy? They said, okay, now we'll take the one day captaincy also because we want to have one white ball captain. So Virat has said,
He
okay, no
sacrificed his T20 captaincy, and the men who actually matter, they sacrificed Virat Kohli for ODI.
captaincy. Yeah, see.
But no, but I think in times to come, in next couple of years, you'll see Virat playing less and less of T20 cricket. That's what I feel, or maybe
I
ODI. He will himself make him, would prefer and make himself unavailable at times because he has to manage his workload also. He's playing throughout the year, doing all these photo shoots, promotions, traveling so much. So for any professional cricketer, it's the Indians, it's we the Indians, we take it so religiously that we have to play this format, we have to play that format, test
yeah,
also. It's a prestige issue. If you go overseas, people, they're not I don't know if I can use this word, they're not so insecure. For them, their family life, their mental life matters more. Their
absolutely.
mental life, Ben Stokes, he said that I need a break. He took a break and went away from cricket for a while, and he comes back again. Now of course people are saying that he could be your next Jofra Archer. So nobody is feeling so insecure. People have retired. Michael Clark, imagine 2015 World Cup, I think he was just 32 or 33 if I'm not wrong, and he
Yeah,
said goodbye. He said
yeah.
goodbye, I'm not going to play any more cricket. So that ways, and for Indian cricket, I think it would be better if, and that is what I feel, Virat will manage his cricket from here on. Would not play any and every tournament or every series.
I agree. I agree. And that's what he did. Indications were there. He's let go of T20 captaincy precisely for things. I think white ball cricket he'll choose depending on which year it is. Is the T20 cricket year or a 50 over World Cup year? I think all of that will go into consideration. Someone is saying maybe Nicholas Kohli's autograph. Unfortunately, I don't, but one day I will. Not a problem. I met him a few times. I hope we will meet him in the future as well.
Uh,
Um,
but in
and
person, he is actually in person. He's actually very, how should I say? He's very cordial. The way he reacts on the field, he's not that kind of a person. He might
okay,
ignore you completely, but if he's seen you,
yeah.
he's very nice and courteous.
Yeah, lots of comments saying that talk about two things we'll do, Rahul, before we wrap up. One, a lot of people are asking about session prediction, so we'll try and do that. Before that, many are talking about that Bangladesh Test match. I saw a bit of it in the morning, and the bowling by Bangladesh. I think they were at that time. 130 for two, and it within like a matter of few deliveries they lost three very crucial wickets.
Yes,
uh,
and the lead is just, I think, 17 odd runs,
Ibadat,
17, 18 runs.
Ibadat Hussain was outstanding. Quick bowler. Mushfiqur was there next to him at mid off and advising him, and he was bowling really quick. Got those quick wicket. I think he got Young, and then he got two quick
Hmm.
wickets. After that, that partnership between Young and Ross Taylor was helping them cruise. They just went ahead of Bangladesh's total, and then he picked up some for one run or two runs. They got three very crucial wickets at that moment, and that just completely turned the tide. So yeah, I think they're playing well. Historic day could be for Bangladesh. I think
Exactly.
now you'll have to say that they're favorites now to, win that game. So yeah, a
In
historic.
New Zealand, if this is the kind of performance, and it's been a team effort for
Yeah,
Bangladesh, none of them got a century. Unfortunately, none of their batsmen got a century, but everybody chipped in. Everybody chipped in with those 70, 80 runs, and you have 458 on the board. I think the lead
yeah.
is New Zealand are leading by
17,
just 20 odd runs,
17,
17 runs,
17.
and they're five down.
Five down, yes, 5 wickets in
So
and 17, and this was end of day 4, so we have one more day of play left. So I mean, full result
yes.
is likely there. It's going to be a historic day for Bangladesh cricket. We'll try and do something on that when that happens. Okay, the play started. So prediction yesterday, I had predicted 3 wickets would have fallen. Unfortunately, only one fell. Had Punt taken that catch, it would have been 2, but no ifs and buts. I don't know. Okay, so I'll say by lunchtime at least, South Africa would lose 2 more wickets, so they should be 3 down, I think, least.
I would say New Zealand score should be 92 for 3 at lunch.
Ah, yeah, I'm gonna go with, yeah. I'll go about 100 for 3 or something like that. 105
You
for
have
three.
to be very, very precise. See, 93
105.
for 3,
105. 105. Is that precise enough?
105 for 3.
105 for 3. Is that good?
So, you think they should, first session, so I think they will also play that wait and watch
Yeah.
sort of, they'll have that kind of an approach. Otherwise, I would suggest that they can also go after. One person should actually think about scoring runs rather than just staying there, play for survival.
I don't think
The
that
kind
that
of
will be
approach that
Elgar. I don't think Elgar will be that guy who will go
Elgar,
out for.
no. Elgar is he's got
He'll spend
an
time.
instruction from his promised his mother that no, I'm not going to play in that kind of a fashion. This is how I'm
Yeah.
going to continue playing. But
Uh,
still, his whichever way he plays, even a resilient or an innings like the one that he played in Centurion, that
yeah.
also eventually can make a difference.
Okay, so I believe Siraj is back. Uh, so these are visuals that were seen on the ground. He was warming up on the field and was bowling. Was a bit looking a bit ginger, as in not bowling 100%, but that could have been just the warm up way, not trying to push himself. But he's definitely back, so that's great news. That's great news. We thought, and so yeah, 202 may not be too bad if he's bowling full
Hmm.
pitch. So क्या करें?
Anyways,
हाँ, should we wrap
क्या
up?
करें, हमें थोड़ी ना, अब तो इंडियन बॉलर्स को करना है जो भी करना है.
नहीं, हम कितने बजे for now lunch break? We'll see.
3:30.
3:30 lunch
3:30.
break.
Hopefully, we'll have a good news. And a lot of people, in
Yeah.
fact, initially they were asking why is Nikhil at home. I think they joined us late. Actually, Nikhil has been
He was
advised to
banished.
take some rest and
Guys, he's
get rid
banished.
of that cuff that has been troubling him for last few days. In fact, it's been almost 4-5 days, if I'm not wrong.
More than that,
So,
in fact,
yeah.
more than my rest, I don't think Rahul and everyone is really bothered about my rest. They don't want me to come to office because they're like, what if he's carrying coronavirus? He'll come and give it to us. Let us say.
We are. I
I
shouldn't be
tested
saying this, but
negative. I've done my test and it was negative.
he tested negative a few days ago, but
Yeah.
after that, a few people, in fact, who were found in his surroundings have also tested positive.
Oh. Ah,
Yes.
okay. Okay then.
Now Nikhil is saying,
It's good then. I'm at home
anyways,
then. It's good
yes,
that
yes,
I've been banished.
yes, absolutely. So what we'll do is we'll meet at lunch. That
Yeah.
would be 3:30, unless the South Africans are bowled out before that.
ओए होए होए वो तो नहीं हो सकता. That's expecting
नहीं
too
हो
much.
सकता. So we'll be back at 93 for 3 at lunch then, or 105 for 3 maybe.
Correct.
Anyways,
Bye.
see you.
See you.
Bye bye.